What's up guys, Bloodshed here. Welcome to the LON, HOTA, and IK HOTA build for Diablo 3, patch 2.6.7 and season 19. Now this build came out of nowhere. I was not excited to test this today on stream. The Remorseless only gave us a 250 damage bonus, and you only get the buff when Wrath the Berserker and Call the Ancients are active. So that means IK HOTA, LON HOTA get a direct buff. You can't really use this on Raikor HOTA. So it kind of brings all three of the builds to the same tier. I was very shocked how well this is performing with the LON HOTA version. I did update, all the builds are going to be in the description, and I'm going to walk you through a GR like I normally do. And of course we have very low strength, right? Low testing for you guys, so you can see what you can achieve. And 800 Paragon, no augments, right? You low, low, low. Even though this is a primal weapon, there's not really good stats on here. Like you probably want attack speed, and that'll really boost the DPS. Seismic Slam version has a built-in attack speed steroid, but this doesn't. So we're having to use Echoing Fury with this, and that's gonna carry us as far as possible. I would say this build is, I'm gonna jump into 100. I would say this build is just under Seismic Slam. You're gonna use all your buffs here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then Ground Stomp is for your Bandamite, and then you start HOTAing, right? So let's go ahead and get over here. You do all your damage basically when COE is in Fire Cycle. Like right now, look at that, melting. Fire Cycle COE, and when you have Ancients and Wrath the Berserker like we talked about with the new weapon, right? And as you're spending resource, we have the Zodiac Ring to give us cooldown, group them up, and Fire Cycle, just destruction. Really powerful build. We ran it a bunch today, and I was getting like 7-minute clears in GR 100 with this setup. So I don't know what RNG is gonna give me right now, but at least we'll be able to see it live as I'm trying to commentate over everything. Ground Stomp, buffs, and smash. HOTA is stronger than ever, baby. Yo, man, they really took Barb and took it to that next level. They gave us 3 beautiful builds to choose from. And we haven't even got our set yet. Like, Barb's getting a custom set in the game. Here we go. This might be nice. Nice Ground Stomp. Look at that. Just, oh, we're about to hit Fire Cycle. Okay. You ready? You ready? Do. Dead, 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 dead. Perfect. Blood Clan, I'm sorry, Blood Clan. Go see what we have next. So yeah, you're basically mobile. I mean, you're not like fast mobile, but you can get around because we are using illusory boots. You're basically mobile though, and you can position yourself to Oculus rings, and you hit really hard, like I said, and you're really tanky. We have lots of damage reduction. Compared to the IK version of this, we're a little bit tankier. IK just is easier to play. Like, we really have to watch our buffs. Like, we have to be on it. They have to be up. If this drops off, you lose 50% damage reduction. If Wrath the Berserker falls off, we lose another 50% damage reduction, plus the life per fury from the skill itself. So, whereas like with IK, it's up basically all the time because of the way the mechanics are of the set. But this is what I would go for the main push build for HOTA. If you guys are playing Barb next season and like, let's say you get a primal Echoing Fury or Remorseless and you want to go this build, I definitely would recommend it. It's badass. And I've played this many times in the past, but it's stronger than ever before. And you can see with me just like face rolling with basically no main stat, crushing it. And it's a surprise. It's a pleasant surprise, honestly. When you have something like Whirlwind, you don't think you can get excited about anything else, and I was really excited to test it and kind of crack this open. Let's go back to town and I'll explain the build to you, and then we'll go over IK after that. So I think you would want Life Per Fury on your weapon, since you can't get it on your belt with this build. That'll really help if it's possible. And then, yeah, I'll have stat priorities on the build, right? But obviously Aquila is gonna give us tankiness. The Fury of the Ancients got buffed, so they're attacking really fast. That helps feed us our tremendous amounts of resource that we're getting. The name of this build is attack speed also, so I would put attack speed on everywhere. Your witching hour, your weapons. You can see this is what my Zodiac looks like. Cooldown for your cooldowns, and then crit and attack speed, We also get crit from HOTA, so you want to put Max Fury in your Paragon. And if you want to cheap out on a little bit of crit, you can, since we are getting some from the skill. So you get 1% crit chance for every 5 Fury you have. So if you have to skimp out on something, like if you get a Hellfire and you get fire and crit damage and no crit, I think it's kind of okay. As long as you're critting about 50% of the time, you should get some good value from it. Obviously, you want the Legacy of Dream Gem and Stricken and Bane of the Trapped. Swamplands, you're going to have to upgrade these on a level 1 Witch Doctor, or you can power level a Witch Doctor and then, you know, upgrade Pants that way, right? So these are the only ones that I had. They had an int augment on here, but it doesn't really matter. And then Mortix Brace gives you the effect of every rune. Every rune gives us damage reduction, damage, life per fury. Mortix Brace is really good for like a tank kind of spec. And then Braces the First Man and Gavel buff HOTA. Band of Might keeps us tanky. So that's why we're casting Ground Stomp to group up the enemies so we can hit them all with our area damage and our Bloodshed rune. Battle Rage Bloodshed. And a procs Band of Might. Here's what the build looks like. I decided to go this route, but you can use a Flavor of Time if you want. But I think having that extra passive in the build would be better. But you could, if you had to drop one passive, I would drop Brawler. So Lon needs to use Vulnerable Kathos for the cooldowns, but IK does not need this. So I would drop Brawler if I had to drop one thing. But Rampage you might drop and keep Brawler, it's just up to you. Either way, it's okay. Another combo I could see people using is Stone Gauntlets instead of Mage Fist on Hardcore. And then you should have immunity to crowd control. If you're worried, you can also use Ice Climbers. Ice Climbers make you immune to crowd control. So they remove all the negative effects, gain immunity to freeze and immobilize effects. This frees you from Stone Gauntlets. So if you were to do this, then you basically get the bonuses with no negative effects. So you get 250% armor. That's really, really powerful, especially for hardcore. But on softcore, we have a little bit more risk and reward, I guess. So this is probably the combo I would go for that. But just bear that in mind if you are playing HC. You do so much damage with Convention of Elements. If you're just running by and you see fire about to come up, like right now, I might stop and just DPS for 2 or 3 seconds just to get the kills. Just watch your COE cycle, because that's where you're doing just an egregious amount of damage. Super easy to play. Keep up your buffs and smash and you'll be good to go. Here's what the IK build looks like. I decided to drop the Istvan set and use Echoing Fury with Remorseless. I guess we kind of have to. We are losing damage. The Lon set gives us about 9,700 damage and the IK set only gives us 4,000. So we're kind of at a loss there, but we're able to use like the Endless Walk set to make up for the damage. And we get to pick up another legendary gem since we don't have to carry the LOD gem. I'm actually using Pain Enhancer, but you could use Gogok would be good as well. Or let's say maybe an Esoteric if you're on hardcore, you want that extra tank. We also don't have to carry the, what we were saying, the Boonable Kathos passive. So it kind of doesn't matter that we don't have a Hellfire because we're using the same passives anyway. So the 2-piece, we get Perma Ancients. They last until they're dead. And the 4-piece, when we're spending Fury, we're actually getting cooldown on Wrath of Berserker. So you basically have Perma Wrath of Berserker with basically no, you don't even need any cooldown. I do like a little bit of cooldown for Ground Stomp, but maybe like 20%, but almost don't even try for it. Just maybe put it in the helm and your Paragon and you're good to go. Same concept, same gameplay. Keep up your buffs, except for this time we're using 1 buff and we're still using Ground Stomp. It's almost the same exact gameplay and build, just one's using a set and one's not. I'll jump into 100 also, just to kind of give you guys a little bit more insight to what it would look like and how crazy the cooldowns are. So I have my buffs up. I'm gonna Ground Stomp, proc Band of Might, and then we start HOTA smashing, man. This one's a little more stationary because you do have the Endless Walk set, so I wouldn't run around too much because you want to get your damage bonus from that. So let's look for an elite to kill maybe. So there's Fire Cycle, we just lost it. Maybe I can drag these guys while we wait for the next cycle. No, well, there's DPS right here. Group them up. Uh-oh, no. No deaths in this video. Here comes Fire Cycle and nice damage, real nice. Steeps. I was looking at speed builds for this and you can speed farm, but I think I would use Whirlwind or Seismic Slam for the speed farm. So HOTA hits really hard. It hits extremely hard, but it's a small radius. You can see this is a small radius right here. Versus Seismic Slam has a 50-yard cone, and a Whirlwind is fast. It just flies by. So I think you would maybe use this for pushing if you want like a chill play style, like an easy to play, chill style. Don't have to worry about things falling off too bad. It isn't as tanky as LON, but it's easier to play. So it just really depends on what you're looking for. Some people just want to chill out for a season. You can definitely play Immortal King HOTA, and you can still have a Whirlwind to speed farm with. Or if you want to go try hard, or until you get the gear for it, you know, you might not actually get full Ancients right away. Until you get the gear for it, you might actually play IK HOTA. And then once you get the full gear for LON HOTA, then maybe you switch over. So there might be a lot of reasons why someone would play this. Because it is inferior, but maybe only like a couple GRs. So you can see you just have to watch Wrath of the Berserker, and it's already off cooldown. Uh-oh, can we leech through it? Can we leech? You can see we're on Death's Door, but we just kept hitting and kept using Life Per Fury. So the benefit too is we get Life Per Fury on our belt. So I have it on my belt and my weapon, versus the LON version, I decided to use a Witching Hour. So you do attack faster, but you don't have Life Per Fury. You can only get Life Per Fury on mighty belts. So that's another benefit of IK HOTA, is you get to use that extra LPF action. And it is easier because we do have Pain Enhancer. So in some regard, it's just overall just a smoother. You don't ever feel like you're lacking. To touch on Pain Enhancer versus Gogok, Gogok will help you more on the Rift Guardian with no ads. Like if the Rift Guardian has no ads, you'll definitely get more benefit from Gogok. But getting to the Rift Guardian, Pain Enhancer is way better because there's always going to be density and rifts. So Pain Enhancer would be better getting there, and Gogok would help you out tremendously if you got a Rift Guardian with no ads. But our single target is really good with this build. It hits like a truck. And even Blighter, we did 100 Blighter kill, 105 Blighter kill was no problem. Like it doesn't really matter. You out leech the Guardian damage. We even got Rhyme. Rhyme is really tough, and we had no problem killing these Rift Guardians. I think you guys will be pleasantly surprised. I was really shocked how good this build performing with just 250. I almost think there's a bug or something, but I'm not gonna say anything. Yo, let's go. It's a Barb season. I hope you guys are ready. I'm going to be maining Barb myself next season, so I'm super excited. Again, check the links in the description. I'm going to keep them updated. I keep all my builds updated. Patreon.com/Bluddshed. All the builds there are going to be updated every single season, so no matter what you guys want to play, you'll have like a library of things to choose from. I'm going to go through and organize it a little bit better and add the new builds to it. On top of the Patreon page is the actual latest versions of the builds. I can actually bring it up to show you. Again, it's all completely free. Here's the top of the Patreon page. It shows you like Whirlwind Barb, Whirlwind Speed. All the new ones are on top that we worked on, but eventually they're gonna get moved down here once I update everything. So like Wizard has all the builds down here. So you just look at what you wanna play. You're like, I wanna play Barb. Whirlwind Push, I wanna play a push build. It's free for everybody. You click on it, and it brings up the build here. Let me turn off dark mode so you can see it, right? And it brings up the 2.6.7 push build, and then you just go through and see what to use. Make sure to follow me, twitch.tv/Bluddshed. I stream Diablo there 6 days a week. I have a second YouTube channel where we post our Let's Plays. So we do like Diablo, and then we end with Variety Hour. Right now we're playing through Pokemon Stadium for the N64. It's been hella fun, but I also put like Dead by Daylight games up there, and just various things that we're gonna play through are gonna go up on the second channel. That way I don't flood you guys here for Diablo news. Like you guys want Diablo stuff or ARPG stuff. I don't wanna just flood you guys with things. So yeah, I have a second channel for that. So you're more than welcome to follow and check it out. That's gonna be all for me today. This is the Bloodshed, and I'm out of here. Peace.